Hello, this is just a short video to show how to remove the glove box to get proper access to the pollen filter on a Volvo V60 D5 2012 model. So here goes. Now the first thing to do is remove the footwell mat and then opening the glove box, take off the side panel using finger pressure. Also the centre tunnel plastic panel can be removed by sliding fingers underneath. This will enable the carpet to be moved out of the way in due course. Putting it back, there's a small plastic lug down here which is a little bit fiddly to get in, but it will go in with careful manoeuvring. And then the next thing to do is to remove the valance underneath the glove box, 2 torque screws and a lug at the back, and also a wiring connector to remove before it's fully pulled away. Next, there are 6 torque screws inside the glove box, which are at either side, and 2 further in either side. They need to be removed. Also 2 bolts which are revealed when you remove the valance underneath, they need to be removed. Basically then the glove box will come out with a sharp tug. It does tend to get hooked up in this area here where there's a sort of hook shaped piece of plastic on this which goes over the side part of the glove box. The plastic may need to be just twisted slightly to release it, or the glove box maneuvered slightly to come out, but it's basically a sharp tug is really what's needed to get it out. And before it's fully pulled out, there is a bunch of wiring which you can get access to right underneath at the back. You have to go upside down and look up with a light, and you'll see that on this model anyway, there's a bundle of wires connected to the back, a little flange on the back of the box with a metal clip connector which needs to be popped off with a small screwdriver. That'll then enable it to be moved further out, and as it lowers down, there are 2 wiring connectors to undo, one of which does nothing. On this model it's a spare, so one of them is for the light. So once those are released, it will fully come out and can be moved away to one side. The carpet can be then just bent down a little bit to give access to the fuse box. A blue connector comes out of the fuse box fairly easily to be moved to one side. There is a button effect on the top of the fuse box which is pushed down, and then it hinges out on 2 lugs at the bottom, and then comes away fairly easily. That gives access to the pollen filter housing, which has 3 clips which need to be just pressed in, and it hinges away and comes off. The pollen filter slides out, should slide out fairly easily. The replacement goes in. The replacement will be directional with arrows on it pointing inwards. That should then be gently slid in, the cover put back on, and everything put back in reverse order. So really it is the key to get proper access to that is removal of the glove box, otherwise it's virtually impossible. So I hope that helps and goes well as a project.